Good evening, students. In my previous class, some of the important topics I taught you regarding the umbrella morals. Now, in this today's topic, I am here to introduce you the main and important role of a father and the keen observation of his son or daughter when he returns from the day work at late evening to the house. Dear students, it might be for it might be funny for you, but really it's a touching, heart touching feeling of a son for his fathers. How he struggle, how he moves one place to another place for livelihood. He is looking to settle down in this modern and urban condition. His opinions, thoughts, and lifestyles all are traditional, and there is a gap, a long and huge gap between the age in which he wants to live and the age of urban life. So, as you see, My Father Travels, written by Dilip Chitre, he is a poet known Anglo American, not Anglo Indian, Anglo American poet who whose typical diction in English, Chitre Dilip Chitre represents a native perspective of Anglo American modernism. Okay. In this way, My Father's Travels is a touching and highlighting the ironies. Ironies means it's a humorous for those, or it is humorous for the society who believes and lives in the modern civilization and creates such a gap without understanding the old and aged people now these days. So listen the explanation of this poem, My Father's Travel. My Father Travels, written by Dilip Chitre. You see, as it is written in the first stanza, my father travels on the late evening train. My father travels on the late evening train, standing among silent commuters in the yellow light. He is standing in the train by traveling without making any noise among other commuters or among other person traveling as a daily traveler in a train. You can take the example of Mumbai local also, in which you see So many people travels one place to another place, and they don't have the seat to sit in it. Suburbs slide past his unseen eyes. Suburbs slide past his unseen eyes. Now, due to the age, his eyes are dim and he could not see the things clearly now at the time of evening. His shirt, now it is the physical description of his body, his appearance, his get-up, his makeup. So how he looked, poet Dilip Chitre remark it, observe it, and describe it in a very simple language. You see, his shirt and pants, his shirt and pant are soggy. Soggy means very dirty and torn. Soft usually in an unpleasant way, not looking good. Due to his shirt and pants was not looking good. And his black raincoat. Raincoat means sometimes you can guess it. It was the rainy season, so he wears black raincoat. It is stained with mud. You see, his raincoat is stained with mud. Means when we walk on the road during rainy season, it spots of mud can be seen upper part of the raincoat. His bag stuffed with books. His bag stuffed with books means his bag that he keep with him to carry books is full of books, and they are apart or they are going to fall down. There are so many books in the bag. It looks like or it seems like many of them will fall from his bag. His eyes dimmed by age. Now you will see, as per the age, each and every person have some kind of problems or deficiency by eyes, by ears, by teeth, by tongue, and by all the sense organs. Start being big and dim, and in the same way, the eyes of the poet is no more now good for him, and he can't see the things clearly as is having the limitations for him or barriers for him, and his eyes are not working properly to see the things clearly. Fade homeward through the humid monsoon night. Fade homeward. Fade homeward through the humid monsoon night. The night is full of hummus, full of evaporated, and due to the evaporation, it is hummus and feel uneasy to walk. However, he looks tired, exhausted, and he is means his face can you can read by on his face that he looks tired, fatigued, and exhausted. Now I can see him getting off the train. It's a very clear observation of a boy for his father. When he see his father getting off from the train, he found his father looks tired, exhausted, fatigued, and the sign of tiredness can be seen on his forehead. Like a word dropped from a long sentence. Sometimes, when we keep silence and after a long silence, when we speak a single word before anyone, it shows us our tiredness, unwillingness. Why? Because you do all your work only when you are energetic. You repressed yourself for this, but still his son found him getting off the train, and his father looks tired, and a few words come out from his mouth. It appears and seems him that after a long silence he is able to speak a single word at any condition. He hurries across the length of the grey platform. Now, when he got up from the train, he hurries towards his house, crosses the railway line, and enters the lane. And he had to go to his house by crossing the railway track. His chappals are sticky with mud. His chappals or slippers are sticky with mud. Means some muds of the road stuck in his slippers. When he walked in hurry to his house can be seen clearly. Home again I see him drinking big tea. Big tea means cold tea. Cold tea means it's very cool, because when you cook something and it kept for a long time, it get cool. So the tea is cold, so it is called a big tea. Eating a stale chapati. Stale chapati means the chapati that is made or cooked before a day, and when you eat it in next day is called the stale food or junk food, you can say also. Reading a book. By taking tea, eating chapati, he was habitual of reading a book. He goes into the toilet to contemplate. To contemplate, he goes to the toilet. Man's estrangement from a man-made world. Coming out, he trembles at the sink. When he come out from the toilets, he sink himself into the thought and imagination, thinking that the word today means modern world, and the world in which he lived his young age, he found totally different. It is very difficult for him to adjust with the new generation. Sometimes we talk about the generation gap. So, poet wants to describe us how generation gap creates unsatisfactory situation between the young and old. By reading this poem or listening me, what I am going to tell you, that is generation gap. And in this gap, we think as per the requirement of the modernism, as per the urbanizations, but those who are traditional and those who live a traditional life in their native land, it is not adjustable. So, the cold water running over his brown hands. A few droplets cling the graying hair on his wrist. When he returned from the toilet, you can see some of the droplets of the water can be seen on his hands, and some of the water can be seen on his forehead as he washed his face or rinsed his face. His sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secrets with him. We have seen our grandfathers, grandmothers, and even some of the other old person, newer or modernism shaded a darkness all around on the faces of the old. Our children do not want to share their feelings, their problems, their jokes, their secret to their grandparents. Why? Because they understand that they will not understand what I am going to tell them. So, what does it mean to say all these things to these old people? So, they neglect it. So, they are neglected, ignored all the way, and it creates such a gap that cannot be filled again. So, we have to understand it. We have to give honor them. We have to give respect to them. It's our responsibility and duty to have their hands with us and understand them. And when once you start understanding them, they will help you all the way because they have lots of experience. They want to share with us. But no, today's generation hates them. Have the distance with them. They don't have the feelings and emotions that should be attached, but no. Now you can see we don't have any attachment with them. So it creates such a gap, and it is called the generation gap. Listening to the static on the radio, old people in last 20 years ago, when each and every person do not have the TV, people used to have the radio, and they listen the old songs, and he's listening the old songs of his ancestors and grandchildren, thinking of nomads entering a subcontinent through a narrow pass. And subcontinent is a large land mass. No one will come to him some continent through a narrow pass. No one can come to that. A way over or through mountains to ask him to share his feelings. No one will come. So he is in loneliness and listening to that radio song and passing his time. He knew that no one will come to share my feelings. So My Father Travels, written by Dilip Chitre, it's a very interesting, full of lesson, dedicated for the children. He wants to teach a lesson to each and every child that they should have respect and confidence to share their feelings and emotions. It's their responsibility and duty to share the feelings of their grandparents. Though we know that there is a lots of gap between us in thought, action, opinion, and style of work, style of living. Everything is different. However, each and everyone should attach with each others among their family members, mostly those who are old. We should share our problems and we should listen to their problems. That will help us to understand as a mutual understanding that will fill up the gap between old and new, young and old, and that will help you to create such a new environment, not only in family but also in the society. So it's our responsibility to understand and believe it that one day the same situation will be before me. So why not create such an environment in which each and every member, whether he is old or young, live happily sharing our own emotions. Thanks for the day. My Father Travels, written by Dilip Chitre. If it is possible for you, please comment me and watch the video till end. That will help you to understand this poem, and that will help you to create such an environment in your family too. So thanks for the day. Have a nice day. Well done.